Hello and welcome to this edition of Eat Right with Rouses. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker. Thank you for joining us here in the heart of Rouses as we welcome in our favorite dietitian with Rouses, April Sins.
Hello, Keith. How are you? In studio today.
In studio, in Rouses.
In Rouses, right here.
So very nice. And again, just always so vibrant, this wonderful time of year, these beautiful colors behind us, just kind of remind us that as Lent approaches, we've got lots of options, and Rouses gives us so many.
Yes, there's so many options, and I'm going to go through a few of them today.
Okay.
But whenever you're looking for your seafood options, your shellfish options, even your plant-based, maybe you want to go just like something more veggie-oriented.
Right.
Rouses is your go-to place to go. And so you could find lots of already prepared items in the deli, you know, where we have the hot food and the hot food line and those types of things.
Right.
But I want to show you a few things that you could bring home and cook.
Okay.
Okay.
For those of us who are planning to do that Ash Wednesday, Valentine's Day, as a healthy fish option meal for Valentine's Day.
So easy,
Yeah,
right?
very
I mean,
cool.
you can always, and what's great about it is a lot of times with seafood, what do we do with it?
Right.
We tend to fry it and
Fry is
or
the first
boil
thought,
it and those
right?
types of things. But what's great about it is that we can actually bring some of these things home and we can cook it in a different way. We can cook it in a little bit of a better way, which would be like baking,
Right.
broiling, air frying. You know, we could do all those things to it. So let's go through a few things. And one place that I want to take you to first is the fresh fish counter.
Okay.
And that's one of my favorite places. I love
we
to
see
visit
you,
that.
right?
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
You know, I love the colorfulness. I love the accessibility to be able to find all of these unique options
Right.
and all of the variety of seafood options. So whatever you're looking for, you can grab at Rouses. One thing I want to tell you is if you see a whole fish option, you can ask for that to be filleted for you if you're planning to buy the whole fish. So in case like that kind of intimidates you to bring it home
that big
fillet
whole
it
fish,
yourself.
right.
You can get it filleted and bring home that fish as well. But what I wanted to go through is making sure that, you know, when you buy those fresh fish options, looking at the baking and broiling, air frying type of options to reduce the fat content.
Right.
Also look at what are we putting on it, so we can coat it with some nice Rouses olive oil and some lower sodium seasonings as well. Tuna and salmon, those are always some great options as well.
And they don't need a lot of seasoning.
They really
so
don't.
very well prepared.
They do. They
flavor.
have a lot of flavor. Another option is I want to tell you that a lot of people might not think about is you can go to the frozen fish.
Right.
So at Rouses, you can find some frozen fish options. And I've also included a bag of Rouses shrimp. And the frozen shrimp is Gulf shrimp. And I love to keep this in my freezer as just one of those easy go-to meals.
Yep.
And something that you might have not thought of is maybe a shrimp burger. That could be an option too.
Yeah,
So we
it's
do have some shrimp burger options. There's lots and lots of seafood options that you can go through at Rouses. And I'm going to take you down the aisles.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to, first I'm going to take you to a refrigerated section.
The aisle with refrigerated
And then,
section,
and then
right?
I'm going to take you down an aisle.
Okay.
So there is the crab seafood sticks.
Yep.
Okay. A lot of people forget about these, but these are super easy. You can make a salad with it. You can make a really, just some really nice options. This is the same thing that you find in the sushi wraps, right? And so you can really make some nice options that is real fish.
Yes, it is.
So it's crab flavored, but it is real fish. Another thing is going to be smoked salmon that you can make some really nice dishes with that. And a lot of people are into charcuterie boards right now. And that's a really nice option to put on a charcuterie board. And think about this, a seafood charcuterie board. That's perfect for Lent. Right?
My sister-in-law is going to take it up to another level. She does great charcuterie boards.
Oh, yeah.
Now she can start doing some.
She could
seafood.
add some shrimp. She could add smoked salmon. I mean, there's some really nice options that you could do with that. So now I'm going to bring you down the canned good aisle, and we're going to show you some Rouses canned tuna. And a lot of people use this for a go-to item as their seafood option. But there's also the tuna packets too in different brands. There's also canned salmon that you can look for, and also salmon packets. And so what I love about this, Keith, is it's easy to add to a salad. So you fix your salad, And then whenever you're ready, you bring that little packet with you and you add it to the salad. I do that for lunch all the time.
Yep.
And then the last thing I want to remind you about is some plant-based proteins. And one thing that comes to mind that we love down here is our beans and rice. And so that is an option right there that you see that nice picture. Another thing, too, you can find in the produce section at Rouses is some tofu. You can make a stir fry, lettuce wrap, or a scramble with that. And I think that that's probably a lot of what people aren't sure of what to do with it. So there are some nice recipes you can find online on that. And also nuts and things like edamame, like the little beans. And I mean, there's lots of options. So
Terrific.
Really fun things you can do for some Lenten seafood and plant-based options.
Yeah, those are really, really cool. And I like the fact that there's so many. You can go to almost every area of Rouses to find these different options.
Yes.
Right? The fresh food, the frozen, the canned options, all nuts and seeds, all of these different places, tofu, different places in Rouses, and you can find some healthy non-meat items.
That's the biggest takeaway is you can find all these things throughout the store at Rouses. So it's not just one area. You can look throughout the store and find some different options that work for different people.
I love it. So again, lots of options. Rouses goes to the end of the world and the waters to bring us these kinds of options. So April, we appreciate you being in studio
Thank
today.
you so much for having me.
You got it. And that will do it for this particular segment of Eat Right with Rouses. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with HTV.